Has he been paternity tested?
No.
Why not?
Because he doesn't even know. He just thinks that.
Have you ever addressed this stuff that you're saying with her?
No.
Why not?
Because there's nothing you can tell me.
Well, you can get some clarity and some answers.
Like, there's.
And she's watching it right now. Tell her what's on your heart.
Mary, you were all my life growing up, you were my best friend. You are my female earthly God. You hear all over the world about how mothers and daughters bicker and argue, and I never knew that life. We never argued. We never had any kind of misunderstandings or anything. Our birthday are 6 days apart. And I love you with everything in my heart. Still to this day, I love you. But I hate you.
What's up, YouTube? Go ahead and smash that like button. Also, if you like the video, share. It helps to spread it in the algorithm. Now, back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
Hello.
All right, all right. So are you homeless?
Yes.
All right. So how old are you?
31.
31. And so how long have you been homeless?
This time I've been homeless for almost a year. I've been homeless since I came home from jail. For my first time ever. And stayed in jail for a year. Trying to protect my baby. I got tricked into a situation.
What kind of situation?
Like I said, when I'd never been in jail before. Never been in trouble, don't have a record. Started being outside, hanging, and I liked the life I was living with my boys. And I was sitting in the park, in Woodruff Park, and my youngest son at the time was
Speak up just a little bit for me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
My youngest son at the time was 3 years old.
Okay.
And some guy, if he came past me today, I can't tell you who he was.
Okay.
But he told my son that he looked sexy in red.
He looks sexy in red? How many kids do you have, by the way?
All together.
All right, so you gotta speak up just a little bit, because I can't.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Together, I have 4 children.
Okay, you got
3
4?
3 boys and 1 girl.
3 boys, 1 girl. How's the oldest?
He's 19.
19? And you're 31?
Yeah.
Okay. And how
11.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna come back to that. So, okay, so you spent the year in jail, you say?
Yes, 11 months.
11 months?
Yeah.
That's a long time in jail.
Even longer when you've never been.
Right. So, what did you spend 11 months in jail for?
They charged me with an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon because I stabbed him.
The guy? And you stabbed him because he basically said that your 3-year-old son looks sexy in red?
Yeah. And I don't know, like, what his intentions were or what he had going on, but
did he make any movements towards your son?
I didn't give him a chance to. So,
I mean, looking back on that in hindsight, what do you think about that?
Honestly, like, I've been mistreated as a child. I told you I had a baby when I was 11. He's my son, but he's also my little brother.
So that was your dad that did that?
And it triggered me. So
let's start from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so all right, well, first of all, okay, so you got 4 kids. How many different dads?
4.
4. All right. And so have you ever been married?
No.
No? Okay. Alrighty. So all right, hold on one second. All right, quick interruption, but okay. Okay, so where are you from?
I was born in New York, raised in South Carolina, and I like to say re-raised in Georgia.
Okay, what part of New York?
I believe Manhattan.
Okay.
My mom they all moved to South Carolina when I was 3.
Okay, 3, okay. All right, hey man, shout out that New York, man. Definitely shout out that Big Apple all day. And what part of South Carolina?
Greenville, 8
Hey, man.
Line, 25.
Hey, man, shout out that Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah. Shout it out, man. Yes, sir. I love it.
When I was 19, I officially moved to Georgia.
Okay. Okay, so you were Georgia Peach. Yeah, you were. Hey, man.
Peachtree and Pine.
Shout out Atlanta, man. All day.
You know.
Hey, man. I love it, man. I love it.
Like my brother used to say, 4-4, bitch.
All right, man. All right, and so growing up in South Carolina, did you have both your mom and your dad in the household?
Yes.
Okay.
They're married.
Okay. And so how many brothers and sisters do you have?
Altogether, there's 6 of us.
6 you guys? And so where are you in the birth order?
I'm the baby girl, and there's 1 boy behind me.
Okay. And so, I mean, the question that I would normally ask here would be, you know, do you feel like you had a fairly normal childhood growing up?
Absolutely not.
I was about to say, obviously, we've already crossed that bridge, and so...
I'm sorry, what was the
yeah, no doubt. I mean, listen. So, what was the circumstance? How did that happen?
I have no idea. Like, it had started to where it had got so bad and so recent till.
Well, I mean, because you had the baby at 11. What age do you remember the first time that happened?
That's what I was saying. Like, I don't remember, like, the earliest I remember, I think I was like 5.
And this is your dad?
Yep.
Do you think that he did this to any of your sisters?
I only have 1 sister. And I doubt it because nowadays she says she doesn't believe he did it to me because he didn't do it to her.
So she doesn't believe? So is she the only one that doesn't believe you?
I'm not sure. I don't talk to them. I'm just out here in the
world. When was the last time you talked to him?
I spoke to my mom a few months ago. And that's only because I called her to let her know that I'm still alive, you know?
So,
my mother,
but before that, when was the last time you had talked to him?
I don't deal with any of them.
I mean, are we talking like a lot of years? So, I mean, has your son... Okay, let's... All right, so your kids, who do your kids live with?
Well, my daughter, she'll be 3 in December. She lives with her father.
Okay, that's your youngest?
Always lives with her father, yes.
Okay.
I have a 4-year-old son who's... he lives with his father. My 2 middle boys have always been with me up until I went to jail.
Okay.
And while I was in jail, they were with my aunt. She's not my real aunt, but my aunt.
Okay.
She actually still has my other son. My 5-year-old.
Okay.
My 4-year-old lives with his father.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
And he tricked me into getting my baby.
Okay. How did he trick you?
Because he kept asking my auntie if he could get him for the night. And, you know, she was asking me. And I just didn't feel comfortable. Like, I felt in my heart like something wasn't right. So I kept saying no, but then at the same time, I felt bad. Because I'm like,
That's
I already had them for a year.
Well, I mean, but so let me ask. So why do you feel like it's better for them to stay with your auntie, who's not necessarily blood related, versus their biological dad?
Well, my 5-year-old, his father is in prison. He's been in prison since, I think, a month or 2 before his first birthday.
Okay.
for murder.
What about the 4-year-old?
My 4-year-old.
Because that's the one that we was talking about, right?
Yes. His father, he's never been a dad because he never had to be. And when I was here, I couldn't get him to come and visit. Like at first, like I couldn't get him to come see him or anything. But now that I'm home and I can't take care of him like I need to now,
he wants to step up.
He went. But I felt like it was malintention, like it was ill intention. Like,
well, I mean,
you weren't getting him because he needed you. I felt like you were getting him to keep him away from me. And I also wanted my boys to be together. I didn't want them separated.
Okay. All right. So, I
bit down and I let him go. He was supposed to go spend a night. He got him that night, and he blocked everybody.
I get him. He basically took them and didn't return them. So
we're in a little bit of the better space now.
Well, I mean, he's the biological father, so he has every right to raise the child as you do. Right. Okay, so what about the 19-year-old? Who does the 19-year-old live with?
He is in Rice Street.
He's where?
In Rice Street.
So he's here in Atlanta?
Yes, he's in jail.
And he's in jail? Has he been paternity tested?
No.
Why not?
Because he doesn't even know. He just thinks that I was just someone that, no one knows who he is. He doesn't know that his father is his grandfather. And I got to the point where I thought that I had mustered up the courage to sit him down and explain it to him. And he got arrested.
What did he get arrested for?
Initially, he got arrested with a couple of his other little friends for armed robbery and a stolen vehicle. After the initial arrest, when they searched the car, they find some dead bodies in there.
They found what?
Dead bodies.
So he's on a murder charge?
3 of them. And the other guys have wrote statements and told on him, saying he did it. They're putting everything on him. And he won't even talk to anyone.
Hey, do me a favor. Make sure nobody walks up behind me, okay? All right. So, So your son is facing a lot of legal troubles. Who did he grow up with?
My best friend, her mother took him, and she raised him. She raised him. She took him and she raised him because she was pregnant while I was pregnant, and she lost her baby on the delivery table. And so she took my son. I didn't know any of this at that time. When I met my son.
What did you think happened?
They didn't tell me anything. I didn't go to the hospital and have my baby.
So, I mean, okay.
I went to sleep pregnant and I woke up not pregnant. Yeah. And when I saw him for the first time, and I was 16. Like I said, my best friend, she passed away when I was 16. And her mom brought me to her house and set me down. Told me she had my baby. To this day, he still doesn't know, like, the full situation. But he knows who I am. He looks just like me.
So, I'm just gonna ask, is there any possibility that your dad did not father this young boy?
Absolutely not.
So,
the first time I had intercourse with myself, it was 2 weeks and 2 days before my 16th
So you was about to be 16 the first time you actually decided to have sex, had consensual sex? And you say that you can remember him having penetrative sex with you?
Yes, I remember him coming to my
You say what?
In the bathroom while I was in the tub. At night when I was asleep in my bed, and he used to whisper in my ear, drunk, and tell me if I ever said anything, if I yelled or screamed. He was gonna cut me up in little pieces and set my bed on fire.
He used to say that stuff?
Yeah. He used to tell me that I wasn't really his child. He hated me. He wished he would have killed my mama while she was pregnant with me. And I never seen him do that to any of my sisters, my brother, my sister. I never saw him be mean to them.
Do you feel like you look like him?
No.
So do you think that he might not be your biological dad?
I don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions still with that. I never thought that my mother knew.
That your mother knew what?
That was happening to me.
So you never told her?
No.
Like you never told her up to this day?
No, she knows.
Oh, she knows?
I found out last year, right before I came home, that she knew.
How'd you find out?
Because when she finally decided that she wanted to file for divorce, she put in the paperwork, like it's in black and white, that her grounds for divorce was, like, they had one of my sister's children there. And her grounds was for divorce that he's done it before to in-house, and she feels that he might have been molesting my niece. And my oldest brother actually found that paperwork and read it, and he told me about it. And I read it when I came home, and I haven't been around any of them ever since.
Well, you said that you spoke to your mom a few months ago.
Yeah, I haven't been around them. Like, I don't.
What was that conversation like?
Hello?
I mean, did you address, have you ever addressed this stuff that you're saying with her?
No.
Why not?
Because there's nothing you can tell me.
Well, you can get some clarity and some answers.
Like, there's no answer that you can give me that makes sense for you to tell me that you knew that he was doing this to me, your child, his child.
Okay,
and
well,
you didn't leave, and it makes me feel worse that you knew for a fact that he was doing it to me, and I'm your child, and you didn't leave and you stayed, and you left now because you think he might have done it to your grandchild. And I just can't understand or to get down with that. And before I sit and listen to you tell me something that I feel in my heart is a lie, I'd rather not just discuss it at all and just leave you alone.
So, and I guess I get that. I understand that. Okay, so one of the things that we do on this channel, right? Sometimes it's easier to talk to somebody without them being there. So, empty your heart. Tell her, you know, if she was to happen to come across this video on YouTube and she's watching it right now, tell her what's on your heart.
Mary, you were all my life growing up, you were my best friend. You are my female earthly God. You hear all over the world about how mothers and daughters bicker and argue, and I never knew that life. We never argued. We never had any kind of misunderstandings or anything. Our birthday are 6 days apart. And I love you with everything in my heart. Still to this day, I love you. But I hate you. I'm a mother. And I went to jail to protect my child for what I thought could have, might have, would have happened because of what you allowed to happen to me. Even now, this day, you think I don't know? You call my play auntie. You don't check on my children. You don't call her to see if I'm okay. You call her and told her to call me and tell me to call you because you didn't know where your son was at. Only because you hadn't talked to him in a couple of days. And nowadays, I think about other little things that happened and transpired, and it made me realize, like, you were never a mother to me. I was a mother to your son and your grandchildren. That was me getting up at 9 years old, 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure they was bathed and ready for daycare. And nobody gave me nothing. I was never all of you. I remember being 16. And you telling me to get out your house just for no reason. I went to jail. This lady left, stopped working and all to make sure my children didn't go to defects. She ain't never asked y'all for shit. She ain't never asked y'all to come and see them or nothing until she got sick. That lady had COVID and was in a hospital, and she called you and asked you to come to her house and sit with them for a few hours. And your trifling ass told that lady that your doctor told you can't watch no kids. KJ's father has never been there. Still right now in prison. DJ daddy at that time just wasn't doing shit at all. Y'all was all they had as real family. You and Avery. And y'all couldn't do nothing. Y'all didn't call and check on my babies or anything. And now I'm home and they don't need you to be there. And y'all still don't want to do nothing but come and pick them up and take them to a party. So y'all stay the fuck away from my children. They don't need you. Y'all not family. Y'all not relatives. Y'all are dead. Wait. I hate y'all. I hate you. I don't even care to know why at this point. I just want you to know. And I'm going to survive. And I'm going to be a better woman, mother than you could ever thought and dream to be. Coming to your funeral just to make sure you dead, bitch.
All right, come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Let's take a second. Let's take a second.